Okay, so thanks guys, thanks for waiting. So today we'll start about the one of the important topics. So transport SAP transport management system. So transport management system here SAP STMS, right? SAP the TMS here SAP transport management system we are talking here, right? So why this is required? Why the transport management system is required? So normally in a landscape, landscape means in the landscape systems contains development, quality, and the production systems. Development, quality, and the production systems here. Development, quality, and the production systems here, right? So here in a landscape we have development, quality, and production systems details here. So suppose normally the business flow, how it will be, the people means in the production, all the business users, end users will use the your production system, right? All the business happens in the production system only. So there is a bug in the existing screen. Suppose example, if you take, suppose there is a food business. They want to know the some search engine, search option, something like that. There is a option is not working, or that option they want to build it. That option they want to build it here. In that case, they cannot do directly in the production system. There is a procedure. So in that case, they will do the way because we have the development systems is it for the all the development activities and the testing unit testing activities, and we have the quality systems are there. They cannot perform each and everything in the production system directly. That's why the production client settings and system settings are in the closed status. You cannot do anything directly in the production. Why? Because live business, live transactions will run in the production system. Live transactions will run in the production system. So we have to be very careful here. In case of, because of one reason, if the production system is down, entire your business operations will be affected, impacted. There is a loss, financial loss, right? That is the reason, as per the procedure, first the people will do the similar kind of development activity in the development system, right? So similar kind of activity in the development system here. People will do the similar kind of developments activities in the development system. Then same will be carry forward to the quality system. They will do the testing here. They will do the thoroughly, they will do the testing. Thoroughly means so multiple times they will do the testing here. Thoroughly, they will do the testing activities here. Okay, thoroughly they will do the testing activity. So which means whether if this go to the production, is there any impact on the production operations? Whether if you stay the change in the, so if once it is go to the production, then if any impact is happens, entire business there is an impact, right? So before they move the changes to the object, that we will call it as the change or object. Any change, either table records change, company code change, tax code change, tax code adjustments, GST, so anything, any changes happens, so they will do the that kind of change here. They will record the changes into the transport request. They will record the changes into the transport request here. In the TR, in the transport request, they will record the changes. That changes will move to the quality system. That change will move to the quality system here. In the quality, all the testing will happen. Testing means so whether it's success or fine, or the success will happen here. Then they will move to the production. But before moving to the production, there is a approval procedure by the management, client team. There is separate team, they will do the approval. Oh, this change is going to the production. Is it testing done properly or not? If it is the failed, then they will not allow the changes. Because sometimes what happens, because of the one request move to the production, entire your code corruption will happen. There is a lot of dumps you will get. Lot of functionalities will be impacted. There is a risk to move the changes to the production. That is the reason. So we have to do the testing and do developments. But how we can move the changes here? Is it any drag and drop to from here to here? Is it because these are servers, same laptops, three systems. Is any drag and drop? No. Then how? So SAP to implement this procedure, SAP implemented a one concept is called the transport management system. Suppose you are in the village, you want to come to the Hyderabad via transport, you will come to the one of your destinations, right? Via transport, you will come to the destination here. Via transport, you will come to destination, right? Via transport, you will come to the destination here, right? Development to quality, quality to production, via transport, this will come to the destination here, right? So in this case, then what is the procedure to move the changes till from dev to production? What is the procedure we have to follow? What configuration basis team will do this one to app to get this procedure? What the configuration will be done by the our basis team, right? Here, the first of all, as part of this STMS configuration, they are the concepts are called the, so we need to first align the domain controller, domain domain controller configuration, right? So domain controller configuration, we have to do that one. In the domain controller configuration, we have to perform the this configuration, right? Then domain controller, then transport layers, then transport routes, right? So this configuration we have to perform it here, right? Domain controller, adding the systems into, so adding the systems into, so in the domain controller system, then routes and layers configuration we have to perform it here, right? So here, how to perform this configuration here, right? What are the things we need to change here? The first of all, out of the three systems, either two or three, out of these three systems, minimum SAP recommendation is minimum three systems should be required in a landscape. Means one development ECC, quality ECC system, and the production ECC system here, right? So domain domain controller. So what is domain controller? So out of these three systems, we need to make it as a one system as a master. Master means controller. Suppose we have the three branches in the Hyderabad, one branch, Bangalore, one branch, and Chennai, you have the one more branch. You have the three branches are there. In the three branches, so you have to make one branch as a main branch. Remaining two are a sub branches, right? Same time, so domain controller is the, if I talk about the SAP language, SAP in out of these three systems, one system we have to make it as a domain controller. What is mean by domain controller means? Domain controller is the system which will control the other systems in a landscape, which means this domain controller will control the other systems in a landscape. Simple, understandable language. Controller will control the other systems in a landscape. Controlling means, oh, my request is coming from the development to quality, quality to production. Who will tell? Is the basis team will tell to the system? No, right? Systems won't listen. Systems are machines, right? We have to give the instructions, right? Who will give the instruction? Then Domain controller will give the instructions to the systems here. Got it? Domain controller will give the instructions from development system. Allow development. Once you release the request, please go to the quality. Once quality testing is done, then please go to the production buffer. Like that, domain control will manage, will control the all the changes here. Domain controller will do the all the changes here, right? So abbreviation wise, if I talk about domain controller is the system which will control the other systems in a landscape. Okay, that is the main. Suppose main branch, sub branches. Main branch will control the sub branches, right? Same as like here. Then after that, suppose if you choose development as a domain controller, then remaining systems you have to add into the main branch. Remaining systems you have to add into the domain controller, right? Then we have to establish the route between dev to quality, quality to production, right? So this kind of activities we have to perform here. The first to perform we have to identify. So suppose if you see here in our system, we have suppose example, we have so NW1 and development. So we have the systems NW1 and development. So these two systems are there. We will make it as these two systems here. Here we will NW1, we will make it as a domain controller here. Then we will go to the 000 client. We have to go to the 000 client. How to make it as a domain controller then? Then in this case, what we have to do, 000, then DDIC user, then STMS 000 DDIC STMS transaction code. Then we have to make it as a domain underscore SID. You have to make it as a domain underscore SID here. So domain underscore SID and means, so whatever the SID you are giving here, that system is the domain controller. That system is the domain controller in a landscape here, right? So 000 DDIC STMS, right? Domain underscore SID is the domain controller here. So this one will control it. So we need to log into the 000 DDICR SAP star, then log into the, so what happened? Any user which is there in the domain controller, okay, at least basis is working. I'm not sure what happened other users. Let me check. Okay, we have the other users are there. Fine. Any user which is there in the 000, go to STMS transaction code. So if the configuration already there, so what I can do, I will delete the configuration, right? I will delete the configuration in the delete configuration, right? Delete configuration is there here, right? Delete configuration is there here. Okay. So then log into the STMS. Then it will ask please provide the domain controller. So means domain underscore SID. So NW1 we are making as a domain controller. So domain underscore SID, click on the save button here. So while doing this configuration, so this is very important. While doing the TMS configuration, this is we will call it as these four parts we will call it as the TMS configuration. So have you performed the TMS configuration? Yes. So then what you have done? Domain controller configuration, adding the systems into domain controller, transport layers, transport routes. So these are the things we have done it here, right? So domain controller control the systems into the landscape, right? So then here, so what we have to do it here. So then as part of the domain controller configuration, there is a one user will be created in 000 client. 000 client here. There is a RFC destinations will be created. RFC destinations will be created. One is the TMS ADM star, then TMS SUP star RFC destinations will be created, right? Then there is a one background job that is called the RDD IMPDP. RDD IMPDP. There is a one RFC destinations will be created here, right? So RFC destinations will be created here, right? So here one user means here there is a user called the, so TMS ADM user is getting created here, right? We have given the password for that user, right? So password is done. So then you are logged into the domain controller. So you see here one user in the 000 SU01. So you can see the TMS ADM user. Then you can see this user got created today, right? Then SM59 RFC destinations, SM59 RFC destinations, you can see EMS ADM and TMS SUP. RFC destinations are complete created here, right? TMS ADM, TMS SUP. With the system name, each system, there are the two RFC destinations will be created. So then there is a one job. Job means SM37. Then RDD IMP DP job will be created here, right? RDD IMP DP job will be created here,
So
right?
RDD star job will also get created, or what
RDD
is?
star.
Yeah.
RDD star. What is that? Okay, if you want to search it out, you can just search the RDD star job. So which means RDD star means same. Star means we are not sure what is the after the suffix, right? So that's why some people will search like RDD. So
Okay.
RDD IMPDP job will be created here. So this job is created here. So while doing the TMS configuration, what are the configuration will be created in the backend automatically? So you need to answer like one user, one job, two RFC destinations are created here, right? So that is the, then go to the, so another system. Like this is the domain control configuration. To perform the domain control configuration, log into the your SAP system with STMS. Then in that case, you can just to make it as a domain control as domain underscore SID, right? Then domain control configuration is done. Then what next? For one system only you have done it, right? Then what about the other systems? Then to do the, to add the, to for adding the other systems into domain controller, what we have to do, we need to go to the user 000, then DDIC user, same concept, then STMS transaction code, then domain underscore NW1 you have to give it. Why? Because here you have given the NW1 system as a domain controller. Then you need to provide the, so your domain controller details. Then this system will go then this system will go and add to the, so your development, your domain controller system. Suppose this is a NW1, so this is a ECD, then this system will go and add it to the here. So here if you go here, so then 000 client, then so password. Why everything is not working? DDIC. So STMS. So if you give the ECD as a separate system, and that is also separate system. But how the changes will be moved to the one system to another system? That is wrong. So we need to delete these configurations. Already they delete the configuration. So then when you go to STMS in the fresh systems, it will ask like, please provide the domain controller. then domain underscore NWD. You are in the ECD, you provided the NW1 details, right? Then NW1 AP online. So this is the host. This is the host details of the your domain controller. ECD system you are including in domain means subsystem you are including into the main system here, right? Click on the save button. Same here also. There is a user will be created here. User will be created. So there is a user is not unable to create it here because of the user is locked already previous configuration that is exist, maybe something locked status. There is a multiple things here, right? So that is the reason here. So maybe it's locked or different password, different things. So what we can do, we can delete that user. We can delete that user. So why? Because it's already there. System has to be created, not by we as a consultant, right? So what I am going to do now, go to the STMS configuration here. Then, so here, so what I can do here, again, will perform the configuration here.
Sorry, any system we can make it as a domain
Yeah,
controller.
any system. But so there is a domain already made. TMS not configured. So any system we can make it as a domain controller. But the system should be almost it should be available. 99% the system should be available. Why? Because if the you are moving the changes from one system to other system, if the domain controller system is not responding, your change will not go to the other system. But initially we have made a one statement, right? Domain control will control the changes to other systems and everything. But if the domain controller is not responding, then how the changes will move to the other systems? So here one important thing is the which system you are making as a domain controller, that system should be the 100% available. It should be available. It should be available status here. Okay, maybe the system already come to in this list here. See, ECD system already in this list. Let me delete. All systems as newest version. Okay, it is done. Because previously we did the soft configuration and again we deleted something, right? That's the reason. So then, so in the fresh systems, you won't get this type of issues. In middle you done it, again you deleted, in middle you done it, you deleted. Then, so, and click on the create button, could not create the user. What happened again here? SU01, TMS ADM user. This user is not there even. It's deleted. Is it update deactivated or activated? Why? Because if the update got stuck, then the changes will not be reflected. Then there is a problem, right? So update is not deactivated. So I'm trying to establish the error is I'm trying to include the other systems into the domain controller. So we are getting the error, right? So what I'm going to do, I will delete all the configuration once again. Okay, so that is done. Then go to STMS, then domain underscore NW1, then I'm making this as a domain controller again. Then, so it's got created. I'm going to the other systems, ECD, then STMS again. So then here, okay, this system is waiting to be included in the domain controller. Then once this system also added to the domain controller, so then we have to go to the domain controller system, then systems overview, system is not there. But here it is showing that this system also waiting to be included. Click on the create button. Did not create the user. What happened? User created a configured then change not authorized. That's why people will. So which means the basis user is not the authorized user to create it. That's why we need to actually we need to do with the DDIC or basis user. Here there is no profiles or roles. SAP underscore all, SAP underscore new, or will do with the DDIC user. I will reset the password of the DDIC user. So you guys also won't face any issues in case of we are doing. Because DDIC will have always, so at least one special characters must contain at least one special. Someone changed the password rule. That is the main. Okay. Go to STMS, delete the configuration. Okay. Be identical. Mhm. I think now it's creating. So that's fine. Basically, what happened? The password rule, we have to maintain the password rule. We have to maintain the special characters. In the password rule, we have to maintain the special characters here. That's what it's happened. But even though that, let's make it as a this system add a domain controller. Okay. So what I'm doing here, ECD as a domain controller. Then I will go to the NWD system. I will add NW1 system into the ECD. So which means now ECD as a domain controller here. Previously the reverse order, right? There is some issue. I think that is the reason it's not getting connected. So this is the one here. This is the one we have to do that one here. So now see, system is waiting to be included in the transport domain here, right? Then go to the ECD, then click the systems overview here. Then NW1 system, select which system you are going to add the domain controller, right? So select that system. ECD as a domain controller, there is a symbol, domain controller symbol, right? NW1 as a normal system. Then this system you are adding into the domain controller. Then select this one, go to the SAP system, then click on the approve button, right? Then click on the yes. click on the yes button, then that system will be, so that system is added, NW1 is included in the transport domain, right? See, both the systems are green status and active status here, right? So here we can find out which system has the domain controller, which system has the normal system here. Means which system has the main branch that has the symbol, controller symbol, which system has the normal system that does not have any symbol here, right? So that is what here it's happening here, right? That is the thing it's happening in the system here, right? So this is the way we need to add the systems into domain controller, add the systems here, right? Once the configuration is done, see here, you have added a domain controller in the system, and ECD, if you go to the systems list, you will see the NW1 and ECD system. Here ECD will handle the NW1 system changes also. ECD will handle the NW1 system changes also, will handle it here, right? So then what is the next? What is the next here, right? So domain control configuration, adding the systems into the domain controller, that is also done here, right? Next one is the transport layers, then transport routes, transport layers and transport route configuration, right? So layers and routes. Suppose if you want to travel from so Hyderabad to Bangalore or one city to another city, definitely you need a layers and routes. Maybe if you take the national authority, national highways, so there is a road. Road is called the route. Road is called the road is called the route here. Road is called the route here. Right? Road is called the route here. Right? Road is called the route. So road is called the route here. So on the route, then there is a lines, right? Lanes will call the layers here. Layers means lanes. Route is called the road. So using these routes and layers, data will happen. Same as like in our national highway, from one place to another via road, then via lane. So means small vehicles in the one lane, and so high priority vehicles in the middle layer. So something like that via the transport routes conditions are, they will go via this way, right? So development to quality, quality to production systems here. So layers, we have the two types of layers are there in the SAP here. One is the SAP layer, second one is the ZSID layer. SAP layer and ZSID layer here. SAP layer means all SAP layer means all SAP related changes will go via this layer, right? ZSID means customized objects which are developed by our developers. Customized objects will go via this layer. So, okay. So, customized objects and SAP changes here. So, these are the lanes. Then what about the road? There are the two types of transport routes also available. One is the consolidation route. Second one is the delivery route, consolidation route and delivery route here. Consolidation route means here the route between development to quality is called the consolidation. The route between quality to production is called the delivery route here. The route between this to this is called the delivery route, and consolidation means development to quality is called the development to quality. Quality to production is called the consolidation route and delivery route. Okay, so that is the main thing here. Consolidation. Consolidation means the route between development to quality. So delivery route, the route between quality to production is called the delivery route here. So via this route, if your object will start here, your object will start it here, this will go to the via this road, it will go to the quality. Testing will happen. Then via this road, it will deliver it to the final here. So same way, we can go to the 000 STMS So here there is a transport routes are available here. In these routes, what we can do? So initially, actually normally we don't we it will be not configured. So we need to delete this thing. We can customize it our own. Okay. What will happen when you enter when you have new systems? So what will happen when you go to the systems are added, transport domain controller, adding the systems into the domain controller, it is done. Then when we go for the transport routes, then we can go for the configuration, standard configuration, then this change button, configuration, standard configuration, then you add the systems here, right? You have the two systems, then two systems, three systems, we can add it. So now NW1 or ECD is your development system, then NW1 is your target system here, right? So like that, we have configured the routes here, right? Automatically, when you are configuring the transport routes, they are the layers also will be created here. See, SAP layer, ZSID layer, SAP layer, ZSID layer here. Layers also configured here, right? The configuration was distributed and activated here, right? That is the main thing here, right? So like this, we can create it. If you have the one more system is there, then we can add the one more system also in the trace. Suppose example, we assume we can also manually create the virtual systems, even though system is not there. So like that, we can create the one production system like this PRD. Then we can also create the dummy systems, not the real systems. Virtual systems are not the real systems. When we don't have the much systems, that one we can create the one virtual system. Virtual system means, so it will come as a like this. This is not the real system. It's a dummy system, right? For the routes configuration purpose, we can create as a this one here, transport routes here, right? So now what we can do here, three systems, right? Then go to the configuration, standard configuration. We have the three systems in the group. Development system is the ECD and quality is the NW1. Then production is the PRD SAD. That click on the OK button. Then three systems are routes are created here. See the configuration here. So what will happen now from now onwards? So development, the changes will happen. So via this road, this is the consolidation route. The first route is called the consolidation route, right? Development to quality consolidation route. So these are the layers here, right? Then from once here testing is done, then it will go to the delivery to the final production system here, right? Final production systems, the testing will be done here. So in the consolidation route, we have the two layers are there here. One is the SAP layer, second one is the ZSID layer here. SAP layer means all SAP standard objects will go via this layer, right? ZSID layer means customized objects go via this layer. Customized objects will go via this layer here, right? SAP layer, ZSID layer here, right? All the customized objects will go via this layer here, right? So this is the one thing here, right? So then it will go to the finally delivery. Delivery will happen to the delivery routes here, right? So that is the main thing here, right? So development to quality, quality to production, right? Development to quality, in between the two layers are called the so SAP layer and ZSID layer. All SAP standard objects will go via this layer and customized objects will go via this layer here. Then finally it will go to the delivery route here, right? This is what it will happen in the systems, right? That is the main thing here, right? This is the main thing. So here, this is the what we have the TMS configuration here. So first we need to do the domain controller configuration, domain underscore SID. Out of the three systems, any system you can make it as a domain controller. So the steps are 000, DDIC, STMS, and you can just give the domain underscore SID. Then how to add the other systems into the domain controller means log into the other system 000 DDIC, then provide the domain controller SID. Either this system or this system, any system you can make it. First DC configuration, then add the systems. Then routes and layers automatically it will come after the configuration here. So only routes configuration you need to log into the domain controller configuration. Then go to the transport routes, right? Then add the systems here. Add the systems here. Again, add the systems here. Right? This is the main configuration here. You can add the systems to the here. Right? You can add the systems to the in this case here. That is the main thing here. Just development to quality, quality to production. This has done. Okay, so this is the way we can make it as a the route between development to quality consolidation route, then quality to production it is called the delivery route, and two types of layers, the two types of routes. So layers means via this lane object will move. Suppose you developed a one customized object, then the object will go via this lane to up to here it will come. You developed a standard objects, SAP object, then that will go via this lane to here. Finally, it will reach to the NW1 only. It will reach to the already. It will go to the multiple, and that will go to the quality. Then finally, it will go to the production as a delivery here. Okay. So this is the TMS configuration. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to delete all the configuration as you need to practice it, right? I have deleted the configuration. That's simple. Log into the 000 STMS, then go to the extras and delete the configuration. So all the configuration will be deleted here, right? So now all are deleted. So now your turn to configure the same. You can make it as any system. Okay, it's clear.
Sir, just one confusion. Those layers we have to manually create or they will get created?
Automatically it will come. It automatically it will come. You no need to manually create. Just when you
Okay.
are when you are choosing the systems, standard and three systems landscape, when you are choosing automatically routes and layers automatically it will come. You no need to manually do anything.
Okay.
Okay, so please perform. I hope you can perform it. It's a very simple task. One time, if you do all the screens and everything, you can perform it. And yeah, let me know if any issues. Otherwise, tomorrow also we'll do the first half. We'll do the configuration. Then we'll go for the remaining steps. This is only small part, and the remaining parts are there here. Only TMS configuration. Then the remaining things also we'll discuss. Okay.
Okay, sir.